Today on Suncoast View, the city of Sarasota will discuss plans to showcase Newtown's diverse heritage with a cultural center in Newtown and make it a destination for diversity. We'll discuss.
We love to learn new skills, and there's a huge range of adult and community enrichment classes here on the Suncoast. Today, we'll try acrylic painting.
And Florida Studio Theater debuts its new musical review, a tribute to songwriter Carole King. All that and more right now on Suncoast View.
Welcome to the show. Happy Tuesday, everybody.
Happy Tuesday.
Yay.
You both are so lovely and springy.
Orange.
And yeah.
The peachy coral color.
Yes.
That's
I
right.
know. I feel like I need to get in the middle.
Summer heat, summer colors.
Yeah.
We're here.
Just need a coral shirt.
I know. All right. I'll be right back.
All right, well, I thought because, you know, the heat seems to make everybody a little loggy. We've all been commenting about how
Yeah.
it's been hard to have a lot of get up and go these past couple days. So I thought sugar might help, because doesn't sugar always help?
Oh,
For a little bit of time, yeah.
All right, so I'm never above picking up the latest and greatest fun Oreo flavor. These are called Firework Oreos.
Oh.
I saw them at Target while I was running some errands this weekend. They have the old kid favorite Pop Rocks inside them, so you get fireworks in your mouth.
we have a doctor in the house. I hear him groaning.
Oh, it's moderation. That's what he's telling me.
Yeah, don't eat too many
Do you
Oreos.
feel any Pop Rocks?
You know you do, but it competes with the crunch of the cookie. So
All right, so I should just eat the
yeah,
icing?
if you just ate the cream in the
that's
middle,
the way I
you
do it
would.
anyway.
Yeah.
This is more dietetic, I'm sure. We're saving a lot of calories.
They're crunchy, but
yeah.
they don't really pop.
It's almost like when you're chewing gum and you eat a cracker, you know.
Yeah, or you
In fact,
chip a
it feels
filling.
like chewing gum.
Yeah.
It has that texture.
All right, I'm going to go usual A for Oreo on flavor, but I give it, you get a pop?
They stick around.
Oh, they do
Yeah.
stick around.
Yeah, there's some extra. It's like a little bonus later.
A
haven't
very
gotten
little,
that
though.
bonus
Just
yet.
wait.
Leftovers.
So if you like Pop Rocks as a child, you may be somewhat interested in these, but we're a little low on the pop. But still, I can be patriotic
yeah.
and eat an Oreo.
I mean, Oreo has reinvented themselves so many times with different flavors that, you know, stick
I
around
don't
long
see
enough.
those colors.
No, peel it open, and then just scrape off the icing and let it sit in your mouth while we talk to the kitchen. We'll check back and see if it
This
explodes.
is not my
I know.
fault.
If
that
you
I'm
hear
eating
Linda
this.
make a sound, it's that she got a Pop Rock.
All right, well, we enjoy the fake taste of Oreos. We're going to check in for some real good cooking in the kitchen. Chef Darwin from Darwin's Evolutionary Cuisine is with us. Welcome back, Darwin. What are we making today?
We're baking a nice octopus tiradito, sashimi style, for our first beer dinner that we feature in the Darwins.
Okay, we're going to talk more about that beer dinner coming up. But remind us about Darwin's Evolutionary Cuisine. Where are you located and what type of menu are you featuring?
We are a Peruvian restaurant. We're 4141 South Miami Trail. We're right next to Trader Joe's.
Okay.
We're currently a beer and wine license, but next month we're going to have a full liquor license. We're expanding next door.
Wonderful.
Our drive is, you know, local, good beers, local beers, and good food.
Okay, well, it's nice to know that things are going well enough for expansion. We're happy to hear that, and we will talk more about your beer dinner coming up.
Thank you.
Speaking of things coming up around the area, we always love when anywhere up and down the Suncoast gets some good notoriety for what a great place this is. And St. Petersburg, just up and over the bridge, making the latest list of places you can consider for a weekend getaway. And both Joey and I are big fans of a day or two in St. Pete. So just a reminder to everybody, it's a quick drive over the Sunshine Skyway Bridge. Lot of good local restaurants, local beers, local everything. A lot of farm to table, a lot of big chefs there. So just a
I
nice
go every
change.
year with my girlfriends from high school. We go to St. Pete Beach.
Fun.
It's great fun. You'll see us
Yes.
walking down the beach. We're a little older than the rest of the crowd, but we have it's a great place to go for a girls' weekend.
Well, and especially this time of year, because it does have a large snowbird population, it's a little quieter this time of year.
Yeah.
So it's a good time. I know Mike and I have a night and weekend plan downtown because we kind of like the restaurants and the bars. So
Yes, it has. I love Sarasota, but I tell people that move here, if you miss the big city feeling, St. Pete gives you more of that, and it's just a short drive away, so it doesn't have to. I used to think, I almost moved there about 10 years ago, and I decided to stay here. Very glad I did. But I used to think it was either or, you know, like, well,
not at
Sarasota, but
all.
I love St. Pete, but it really is, it's a day trip, and they have great waterfront dining and art galleries, and they've even extended that downtown feeling toward the beach, because Central Ave is really
starting to
grown
go
into this
straight through.
amazing, all these little neighborhoods along the way. I love it.
And we all like a change of scenery, and that's a nice, close little getaway. So always nice to see something in our area making a good list. It is time for our first hot topic. And next week, Sarasota's City Commission will consider allocating money for a historical preservation and cultural center in Newtown. The funding for Newtown already exists as part of its redevelopment plan, and now leaders want to make sure that Newtown has cultural offerings that are accessible to the people that live there. Advocates say the goal is not to just preserve Sarasota's Black history, but also make Newtown a destination and not allow redevelopment to turn into gentrification, as many feel has happened in the Rosemary District. What do you think about a cultural center for Newtown in Newtown?
Oh, I think that would be awesome. They've got such an interesting history. I've done their history stories many times, and it's fascinating. And I always pictured there could be restaurants with live music, and you could sit out in the courtyard and listen, and there could be plays and all kind of things there that could show their history, could show what they've got to offer. Oh, the food! So they could have some really great places there.
Yeah, and it's only fair that you represent a neighborhood in the neighborhood. You know, if you took all of the artists from Newtown and presented them somewhere else, like in Longboat Key, for example, it wouldn't be the same.
It's not
you're not
Newtown,
engaging with the neighborhood when
Right.
you're looking at pictures in another neighborhood.
All right, let me be devil's advocate, though. How do you get people to be comfortable to go to Newtown, to enjoy those restaurants, to go to the cultural center?
I think getting people to go to a neighborhood in general. I think people were afraid of the Rosemary District 15 years ago, and now it's thriving, it's booming, and people are not
Although
afraid.
the official people from there, because it was originally Sarasota's Black neighborhood, would tell you that the Rosemary District is an example of what they don't want to happen in Newtown because it was gentrified. The original feel is gone, according to people.
The African American community had moved out of the Rosemary District a long time ago. So it had already sort of been an area that didn't have an identity. It was sort of a between area, between downtown and Newtown. So I think that's a different situation, although I remember when they put condos there right next to the Salvation Army, I said, oh, nobody's ever going to buy those condos.
And they're full.
I was wrong.
Yeah, exactly. I just don't want them to lose their identity, but I also don't want them to develop and have people not want to go there.
Yeah.
So, I
and
mean,
not
there's
be
a
able to
fine
make
line.
money like we all do out of our history.
Exactly.
It's just that idea of if you always remember a neighborhood or wherever the way it was, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, then you're not really appreciating how it has advanced. You know?
Yeah, but like
Garlic, if you like spices, you can put spices.
Okay.
So, and then after the octopus is sliced, we're gonna make our ceviche sauce. So we're gonna put a little ginger, at least a pureed ginger with some olive oil, and then we're gonna put some ají limo pepper, which is a Peruvian red pepper. If you cannot find ají limo pepper, you can put some jalapenos, some habaneros, depends how you like it. Some salt.
matter the order you do this in?
I like to start with the peppers and ginger first before I put the lime juice because it concentrates the flavor in there. So get the peppers. It does. For me, it does. So just a little bit, not enough lime juice.
Okay, so even though it's called ceviche, the octopus is cooked.
The octopus is cooked.
Okay.
And this would just enhance the flavor into the ceviche.
Right, but we're not actually having to use the lime juice to cook it.
In this case, no.
Okay.
Yes.
I like that.
So
That's why I pointed it out, because Linda will now eat it.
No, because we have in a restaurant we have people that they don't like raw, like we have cooked shrimp,
I'm one of
we have
those.
octopus, so we just give the flavor into
Put it
that.
down here so we can get a good look at what's inside the bowl.
So we got some olive oil, some octopus.
Okay.
We got some salt.
And Darwin, I will brag on you are the king of ceviche.
Oh,
I
thank
love
you.
your ceviche.
In this case, we're gonna pair this beer with a nice dry hop pilsner. So we're gonna have in our beer dinner, we have some pork belly. We're gonna have some Amazonian paiche, which is it's a white fish from the Amazon.
Oh, wow.
5 courses, $75, tax and gratuity included. I think it's a great deal.
Oh, yeah.
I think
So
it sounds like a
coming
great
up,
way to taste some very unusual things. Nobody does things more creatively than Darwin. This is Peruvian cuisine, but of course a special beer dinner coming up on Thursday, June 21st. I love the idea of if you didn't get to take Dad out last weekend,
Please.
this is a great place to go. And of course it's featuring Calusa beer as
Yes,
well.
indeed.
Darwin Evolutionary Cuisine. I'll get it out. Thanks for joining us, Darwin. Great to have you
Thank you
here.
so much.
Linda, it's cooked. It's all you. Gonna have to try it.
tried it.
All right, enjoy the rest of your day. Take some time and enjoy the Suncoast view. Oh, it looks gorgeous.
Thank you.